Okay guys, we are going into game one of a best of three, and it is between TSLHyuN, who is the blue Zerg in the top left, and FXO's Baby Knight, who is the red Protoss player. I am SC2 England, and my lovely co-caster is Pewee. Say hi, Pewee.
Hello, Pee-wee.
No, I meant say like hi to the viewers, not to yourself. Don't worry, you're not crazy. It's all good. But no, this is game one, Pewee, and it is of course from AntecAttack. I am super looking forward to it. So, what do you reckon is going to happen? I think we're going to see a 15 pool, then into a really quick hatchery and a super quick third from HyuN because he is such a good fast expander. What about Baby Knight?
All right, we're gonna have, of course, a. Oh, I wonder if he'll go hatch Nexus first, or if not, we will have a Forge. Of course, Forge fast expand into. We pretty well. It's hard to really say what will happen for that. He might 4-gate. He might go for a blink all in. He might go for some Warp Prism play. But we're definitely going to see a Forge fast expansion. That is guaranteed.
Yep, I would say it's going to be one variation. I reckon the Nexus first will go down because it's such a narrow ramp. You're just safe, and HyuN is known not to be doing anything cheesy. So
yes.
He's going to be fine. Now, of course, Baby Knight. Well, Baby Knight used to be a really successful Dota player. And obviously plays for FXOBabyK. He is from Denmark, and he's super good. We've seen him loads of times, haven't we, Pewee?
We certainly have, and he's also like he is solid. You know, he is now qualified for the TSL4, which is really good because that's like a good chance to break out. Like he's getting known, but now it's like he's reaching that level where like you're the top tier going to events. So really good to see him progressing in his career.
Of course, HyuN, he's pretty well known to most people. He is, of course, Korean. He does claim for Team SCV Live, and actually just coming in HyuN, he's going for his third first. I love that move, actually. I think it's a really great choice, and of course, Baby Knight did go for that Nexus first, so everything's pretty much going to plan right now.
Sorted, yeah. And HyuN is completely safe to go for this third over here, and like you said, in my opinion, like, because the probe will always try to deny it, sometimes sneaking that Harvester towards the third to take that just in case is something you should always be doing.
To be honest, the other thing I really like about getting the third first and then the natural is that you tend to get over drone saturation at the main before the third comes down, and then it's a quicker transfer, and you can just build drones straight at the third, but you risk a bit of early aggression if there was anything crazy going ahead of them.
Talking about that as well also, because you get your third fast, of course you get your queen then, the creep is started before, so like, normally when you pressure, as a Protoss, when you pressure a Zerg, you go for the third normally, because of course the natural is harder to get to. So if you have that creep, it makes a big difference, because if say you have like just roaches without speed, they're slower than stalkers off creep, but on creep, they're faster, so you can micro against them, which is really important to defend like the 4-gate attacks that we see quite often.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll see any kind of 4-gate. I would actually, I don't know your thoughts on this, but I reckon BabyK, he's gonna go for, I reckon a big gateway push or 2-base play, purely because I don't think the third is that easy to take on this map because of the rocks. It's a bit later than he may want it, but also HyuN has a difficult time defending his third due to the rocks blocking the quickest path, so he then has a big open area which he can push into quite nicely, get good arcs, etc. So
that is very true. Like you're right. Like taking these rocks out and going for your third is really hard. Like normally what happens is you take your third and then destroy the rocks, unless you just stay in your base and go for like a 3-base all in. But then you just you turtling pretty much, and you give the Zerg the map. But if you do like that 4-gate pressure, which I've talked about before, which is like what I do all the time, like you can take. I like what Baby Knight's doing now though. He's using the cannon.
I was actually thinking about his cannon placement, not
that's
optimum, but actually it's a great use to get the maximum efficiency from that cannon, the 150
minerals. And we have 4 gates.
And of course the +1 is half done. Up on HyuN's side, he's getting out that roach run. Would love to see the Evo chamber though. This is like my second biggest pet thing as a Zerg player.
Yeah.
So every Zerg, get a queen specifically for creep spread and get your Evo at the same time as the roach run, because otherwise Voidways, Phoenix or DTs could kill you.
spot on. And like I was saying about HyuN with the creep, like he's done what I was saying. Like if roaches come, Baby Knight has a really hard time. He can't really target the hatchery and get away from the roaches because they'll be too fast. So his third is relatively safe now.
He is, and that Stalker is going to get
Oh!
surrounded. That's a big loss there
No.
for BabyK. And well,
Oh.
to be honest, I actually think the opening
finishes
Baby
now.
Knight's going for is really good. He's getting out that Twilight Council. I reckon it's going to be a +2 blink play.
It could be. This is like there's no robo, so the
There's no easy blink up into the main,
Yeah.
which is...
exactly. But normally, if you go for the robo, you either go at this moment, you go for the 4 gates.
We've
you go
got
for the
DT
robo.
Shrine.
Ooh,
DTs are on
Nice.
the way, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you build the Evo chamber. But luckily,
And
that's
now-
going to come out in plenty of time.
it just about the okay, yeah, the evil chamber will. There is a lair which will be done close to the same time as the lair, which is pretty nice.
Now, the only thing I'm finding interesting is where that Dark Shrine's being built. If all they'd need is HyuN to just come and poke up quickly, and obviously he would suddenly see it, and I don't know, what's your thought of the positioning there, Pio?
It's not so bad because HyuN doesn't really want to float overlords in that position because of the cannon. So it's okay because he has to go through the main pretty much
Yeah.
to get to that, and the warpins as we've seen just kill the overlord. Now the third is just being thrown down as well for Baby Knight, and
That's really
Problem
interesting. It
is-
changes the dynamic massively, in my opinion, getting a third as Protoss, because it forces your Zerg opponent to either do a lot, or really have to get up to, in my opinion, 5 bases.
yeah. Well, that's did you watch much of the NASL? There was the game. It was the third place match, I believe, between MC and Rhett. And I was on Daybreak. MC took a third, kind of like what we're seeing now, and Rhett double expanded behind it. But like I've noticed that is a lot of what Zergs do against me because this as it
Hang on,
stands.
Pew, we've got an awesome little thing here. These roaches did see the DT, so the Overseers are already morphing in, 1 per
Nice.
base, so these
And-
DTs are suddenly going to get
yeah,
taken out massively.
Even Baby Knight spotted the roaches turn around, so he has sent them off into different directions. There are now 4 DTs on the map.
Which, as Day 9 would say, if you get 1 DT, you think, oh, I hope he doesn't have detection. If he gets 2 DTs, you're like, oh my god, I hope he doesn't have detection. 3 DTs or more, you're like, dear lord, please let there be no detection.
Yeah.
And
And the
unfortunately,
third now finishes. There is actually no. I thought I seen ventral sacks then, but we just have overload speed. Baby Knights. That's true.
yeah, too much luck is skill. But of course, HyuN is going really nicely here, actually. He's
Yeah.
got his macro hatch up, but the problem is, a Protoss player on 3 bases can do anything they want,
Yeah.
pretty much. And HyuN is only going to be able to deal with that by getting down a 4th base, possibly even a 5th. I think once you get to a 3 base Protoss, a Zerg player has to get so far ahead economically to be able to support a big Broodlord army.
That's pretty much how it goes. Now, HyuN is producing a lot of roaches, a lot of Zerglings, so it looks like he wants to
Really try and end it now.
yeah, put a lot of pressure, and like it's gonna come down to Baby and I holding off all the roaches, and if he does, he pretty much wins.
But I mean, Baby Knight, he does have that 1 immortal out. HyuN is still flooding with an awful lot of Zerglings, but the longer this push takes to hit, the better position it's going to be, and of course the upgrade advantage is there for Baby Knight.
It is, and one problem, like you've seen with the DT Shrine, it's in a spot that makes it really hard to block the rest of his ramp off.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
Some
Ooh,
good
nice
force fields go down there though, and HyuN is suddenly having a massive amount of problems because his army's been split in half, but these Archons aren't actually able to get into range.
No, they're not even kind of close. One of the Immortals is doing damage. Second one now getting in on the fight. So nice force fields again, just stopping his opponent getting that close and just being able to deal that damage at a distance. But HyuN goes for that was a bad blink.
Yeah, that was a bit too aggressive, and it's not going to pay off well. Before that, BabyK was doing so well at defending this, but HyuN is suddenly able to put in a lot of pain, but the 2 immortals still up, Huey.
There we are. And once again, another aggressive blink, which is forcing him to fight, and HyuN is taking that fight, so he's able to target down a few extra units for, not much of a loss there, really. Like, I'm
If
still
we
have a
look-
lot more.
If we look at the loss tab, though, almost 2,000 more resources lost here for HyuN against Baby Knight. So I'd actually say that.
Oh.
Actually, having said that, Stalker's going down. If Baby
Okay,
Knight's not careful,
more reinforcements. The Immortals are still there. The Immortals is what keeps this army cost efficient against it.
yeah,
So that's
it's nice play, and if you look at the
Like-
supply count, it's leveled up so much.
yeah. Look at the Immortal kills. One of them's got 20. One of them's got 19. And obviously the new one that just came in has 0. And it's like,
And
It's
actually,
pretty-
Baby Knight is ahead in the worker count.
ooh, nice. 61 to 67. And of course, like HyuN has not taken a 4th or a 5th.
Exactly, he does have the macro hatch, but the thing more critical than that, in my opinion, is the lack of tech. Baby Knight,
Yes.
he's got Archons, he's got DTs, he's got that robotics facility. He's pretty much everywhere he wants to be. So
And it's, oh, actually, I didn't even notice. Baby Knight has +3 already on his attack.
I know, this is getting really sick. Of course, Baby Knight, the upgrade, the tech advantage, and the economy advantage, that basically wins you the game. So yeah, as we were saying, 3-base toss is so good.
Pretty much, yeah. And what I find strange as well, HyuN hasn't actually taken his 2 gases in his main, which isn't a big deal, but it's a bit strange, like, he wouldn't take him at his main.
Well,
But,
you can't tech behind with just those 4 gas, you need more, and I mean, what's going to really start hurting him now is the fact that he doesn't have that hive tech. He doesn't even have the infestation pit yet.
No,
So,
he is so far away from his hive tech.
which, I mean, Broodlords are now not going to be out. Even if he started teching towards them now, would be 20 minutes away. 20
And this
minutes.
army is going to be so cost efficient against what HyuN has. There's 4 Immortals, an Archon, a lot of Stalkers, and some Zealots.
The only thing missing is sentries, really, for the force fields. But all the Archon Immortals are getting targeted down.
They got sniped.
That
And now,
was- now
Knight has to
suddenly-
be-
yeah.
yeah, Baby Knight has to actually micro his ass off just to keep this a cost efficient fight. That Immortal gets targeted down like it wasn't even there to begin with. And now it's just pure Stalker. And Stalkers with Blink don't, in my opinion, they really don't do that well against Mass Roach.
And I mean,
Just not
suddenly we've got
cost efficient.
problems here for Baby Knight, and HyuN has really come back into this match super quickly, Pewee.
We have a bunch of sentries morphing in with some more Zealots, which I like. And he has Kono in his Immortals, which he really needs them.
Yeah, he
Well-
needs them super quick. He's got none on the field. The sentries are out though; they're going to be helpful. And I just still can't believe how massively HyuN came back into this match purely from sniping those Immortals.
Yeah. It's like, because they also take so long to produce, that was like, you know, 4 Immortals is like 3.5 minutes. So that's a lot of production time down the drain right there, you know, simplify. And here we go again, there are some more sentries and force fields being thrown down, but like, there are Zealots, but they don't really do much against roaches. Some more sentries being morphed in for more force fields, but
Zealots don't even soak up that much damage against
No.
roaches, which is really the only benefit of them. And of course, this is just going more and more in HyuN's favour.
yeah, well, this fight right now is getting pretty cost efficient, I would say, for Baby Knight. But here come a lot of Zerglings, and this could change the battle of the fight pretty easily. There's one sentry. Oh, actually, there's a DT there, which will,
Do an awful lot of damage.
yeah, it'll slowly whittle the army down. But how many probes or infrastructure will Baby Knight lose behind this?
Well, there's more DTs coming in, and this will force HyuN to pull back for the moment. So,
Yeah.
go DTs.
Where I just seen an Overlord morphin. Okay, there was a DT taking out the 3rd or the 4th, sorry, but that has been killed. Archon's morphing in now, just in
And,
time.
Yeah, this roach push though, it's coming in, and the sentry gets taken down, and with just one Archon, there's the
Good game.
GG from BabyK. So that was game 1. Stay tuned for game 2, or if you're watching on VOD, flick over to game 2.